You're stressed, overthinking, and drowning in other people's opinions that have exactly zero effect on your actual life. Why? Because nobody ever taught you the simplest skill there is, not giving a fuck. And I don't mean turning into some cold villain who doesn't care about anything. I'm talking about knowing when and where to invest your emotional energy. Right now, you're investing like a broke gambler, throwing fucks at everything that twitches. Someone doesn't text back, spiral, some stranger online says your outfit is ugly, existential meltdown, old classmate buys a house, cue hours of comparing life choices. None of that changed your life. You just paid for it. In stress, lost focus, and maybe a bad night of sleep. Here's a secret most people never hear. You're not tired because you're doing too much. You're tired because you're thinking too much. You're playing mental whack-a-mole with problems that don't even deserve a single neuron. It's not totally your fault. Since day one, you've been told good people care about everything. Fit in, look right, stay liked, don't upset anyone. Then social media came along and turned that whisper into a stadium chant. Now your self-worth is bouncing around like a stock price on Twitter. But your capacity to care is not infinite. Each day you wake up with a handful of tokens, your fucks. They're meant for things that matter, your health, your family, your work, the friends who actually show up, your own growth. But by breakfast you're broke, guy cuts you off in traffic, token gone. A photo doesn't get enough likes, token. Karen posts something passive aggressive, 2 tokens because obviously you have to check the comments. By lunch you're drained and you wonder why you're exhausted when you've done nothing meaningful. This is what Mark Manson calls the feedback loop from hell. You feel bad about something dumb, then feel bad for feeling bad, and down you go. And yet people misunderstand what not giving a fuck means. It's not apathy or cruelty, it's focus. It's saying, I'm gonna choose my battles. I'll care about what's worth the cost. You can still love deeply, work hard, have values, but stop letting every random ping and poke hijack your day. But let's get into the how, since generic advice isn't why you clicked. You want steps? Fine. So how do you break the habit? First, you have to know what actually matters to you. Sounds obvious, but most people don't. They've spent so long chasing approval that their own priorities are a blur. Sit with yourself and figure it out. Figure out what's on your short list. The stuff that actually fuels you. Maybe it's family, maybe it's building things, maybe it's health, a few real friends, work that matters to you. If something doesn't feed one of those, it's just background static. You'll also need to quit the validation addiction. We live for tiny dopamine sprinkles, likes, views, compliments. But the more you chase them, the hungrier and emptier you feel. You're a whole person, not a notification farm. Ask yourself instead, did I live by my own standards today? Did I move toward my real goals? If yes, you're good. The rest is noise. And then comes the hard but freeing part. Start saying no. Yes feels safe because it keeps other people happy, but it quietly drains you. Every meaningless yes is a no to something meaningful. And no, saying no isn't rude, it's self-respect in action. Boundaries matter too. The real kind, not just quotes on Instagram. Stop giving unlimited access to people who drain you. Mute, unfollow, ghost, quietly step back. You don't owe everyone a seat in your head, and you've got to accept the truth that changes everything. People will judge you no matter what you do, so you might as well live your life while they're busy judging. Their opinions cost them energy, not you. Another shift, stop trying to control what isn't yours. You control your actions, your effort, your attitude. That's it. Everything else is outside the lease. Worrying about other people's choices or random outcomes is like paying rent on a house you don't live in. The first few times you push back, it'll feel wrong. You'll itch to check if everyone's still okay with you. You'll feel guilty. That's just withdrawal from a lifetime of people pleasing. Guilt isn't a moral compass, it's just an old alarm that doesn't know the system's been updated. Sit through it. And then something cool happens, nothing catastrophic. You skip the group chat argument about pineapple on pizza and the world keeps turning. You say, nah, can't make it to some random obligation, and nobody starts a hate club. The drama you didn't feed dies fast, and every time you choose silence or no, you reclaim a little piece of your brain. It's like taking clutter to the curb. And when the clutter goes, life gets lighter. Confidence sneaks in, focus sharpens. You're not checking reactions like a stock ticker. You're busy living. People start to respect the new boundaries, or maybe not right away, but they do. The ones who thrived on your endless availability might pout. Let them. Cleaning house is part of growing up. Failure changes too. It's no longer a full body meltdown. You'll still mess up, and everyone does, but now it's just feedback. Check if it's useful. If it's trash, toss it. You're not stapling your self-worth to strangers anymore. And social media, stop letting it vacuum up fucks. Curate your feed, follow what inspires or teaches, mute what drags you into comparison or outrage. Post if you want, but detach from the scoreboard. Likes aren't rent money. Do this long enough and your mental energy shifts. Suddenly you have space for thinking, for creating, for connecting. Relationships improve because you're no longer resentful and drained. You laugh more, sleep better, ideas show up because your head isn't full of static. And here's a game changer: happiness isn't no problems, it's better problems. Life will always be hard somewhere. Choose where it's worth being hard. Gym soreness beats doom scrolling. An honest conversation beats imaginary arguments. Real growth is tough, but it pays you back, and eventually you wake up and the first thought isn't who liked my post, but what do I want today? That constant low-level panic you've lived with, gone. You're free to fail, free to risk, free to care about what matters and ignore the rest. And that's the secret. You're tired because you're thinking too much about trash. Stop renting out your mental space to every tiny irritation. Guard your focus like it's expensive, because it is. So the next time anxiety rises, pause and ask, does this deserve one of my limited fucks? 9 times out of 10, the answer is no, and every no buys back a little of your life. It's not about being cold, it's about being clear. You still care, but now it's powerful and intentional. You're picking the fights worth having, the people worth investing in, the problems worth suffering for. It won't happen overnight, but rep by rep, moment by moment, you'll feel the difference. Lighter, calmer, and yes, actually happier. That's the whole play. The art of not giving a fuck isn't about shutting down. It's about finally showing up for the life you want without carrying everyone else's noise, one fuck at a time.